Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Tangy the Caver's Wife, and today is a happy day. Why? Because today we're gardening.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine. Tater bug, eating my potatoes. Tater bug, growing my tomatoes. Tater bug, what makes you so hungry? Tater bug, eating all my money.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come and we are going to start some seeds today. Gardening makes me happy. It's a great stress reliever, and plus you get food, so what's not to love? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my seeds and decide what needs to be started. Okay, so I wanted to show you really quick some of these things. Okay, so here where I live, beets can be directly sown into the garden area. So if you were to be gardening in a raised bed or gardening in a row garden, where I live, this is just fine to directly plant it into the ground. You don't have to start it. Something else, there are some vegetables that have to be direct sown. So carrots cannot be transplanted. Corn does not do very well being transplanted. I did start basil. Basil is one that needs to be started inside. Brussels sprouts need to be started inside because they take a long time to mature. So I will be starting Brussels sprouts. Peas are have a very short growing time, so they can definitely be direct sown. I definitely have enough tomatoes and peppers. The reason why I chose several different varieties of tomatoes and peppers is, hey guys, I wanted to jump in this spot really quick because I don't like what I said here. What I said was, the reason why I chose the varieties of peppers and tomatoes that I did was because I wanted the color. And that's true, but that's only part of the story. And the reason why I feel like I need to explain is because I know that some of my viewers are planning their very first gardens. But I wanted to explain really quickly that the reason why I'm going after color this year is because I'm just adding to what I have already learned. I already know how to grow a tomato plant. I already know what tomatoes can well, and now I am expounding on that even more and adding more different varieties of tomatoes that offer different colors and different shapes to make my garden interesting and beautiful. And that's why I chose those varieties. I just wanted to clarify that. So anyway, keep watching. For the color, I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to, is I want something pretty. So we're gonna be starting broccoli rabe today. Okay guys, the first thing I'm gonna do is we are going to dump out our seed starting mix. I'm just using the Jiffy Natural and Organic Seed Starting Mix that I purchased at Walmart. I'm going to add to this some warm water, and then I'm gonna mix it all together. So my potting soil is already good and damp. And waiting for those seeds. This is kind of a messy job, but it's necessary. So all I have to mark my seeds, what I'm making, are spoons, plastic spoons. Let's see what I do with my permanent marker. So, using spoons to mark these babies. All right, so first thing, let's choose a tray. All right, I purchased these trays at TSC last year. They came with peat pot or peat pellets that I still have, but I've never used them and don't really want to. And then during one of our coffee chats on my Facebook page, I asked about it, and a lot of people were like, I'm not really a fan. So glad I didn't use them. So the first thing I do is I take my damp soil and I'm just going to mash them all down in these cells here. Okay, so now I'm just going to press these down. See, press it all down. So now we have our cells filled with moist dirt, and now we are going to start adding our seeds. So first I'm going to do the tomato pears, and I really don't want a lot. I just want a couple. Oh, these are so tiny. Okay, so you see how small these are? They're so little. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to drop about 3 or 4 seeds per cell. We'll do 4. 1, 2, 3. So you are dropping more than 1 seed per cell. So what you're gonna do, so what you can do is you can either select the strongest sprout out of the cells and then discard the other ones, or you can separate them, which I've done both. So this is pear, tomato, and then you want to put the date, which today is today's the 19th. 17. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna stick it down right here so that way I know that this row is pear tomatoes. And now I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of dirt. Just a little bit, just enough to cover them. They don't need a lot of dirt. Okay. Spray that. Then we're just gonna spray them. Give them a nice watering. Okay, that's awesome. All right. So now I'm gonna fill up this tray with more tomatoes, and when I come back, I'll show you what it looks like. Shush. Okay guys, so I've got my first tray done. I've got, let's see, what are these? I can't see. These 4 cells are pear tomatoes. These 4 cells are the black cherry. From behind the black cherry through here is all hillbilly tomatoes, and then this whole row is basil. Now this is gonna go in the greenhouse. When you are starting seeds, before they sprout, the main thing is that they're warm. They don't need sunlight, they just need warmth. So I'm gonna be putting these in the greenhouse and wait for them to germinate. Okay guys, the second flat is done. From here to here are Cherokee purples, and the rest of the tray are Roma tomatoes. Okay guys, I got the next tray done. These 2 rows are Cali Wonder peppers. This 1 row is autumn bell peppers, which are like Cali Wonders, except they are darker in color. And then these 3 are jalapenos. So that's 18 jalapenos, 6 of the autumn bell, and 12 of the Cali Wonders. Okay guys, so I just finished doing all the peppers. So now I've got 12 cells of banana peppers. I've got 2 seeds in each cell, and if they all make it, that's okay. I learned last year that if you are very gentle, you can separate 2 seedlings and replant them so you don't actually lose anything. So I will do that with all of my seeds, because I have a hard time thinning things out, because to me it's like I'm throwing away food. So all right, so I've got all the peppers are done. Now I'm going to do some Brussels sprouts. These are from MI Gardener as well. I got these last year. The ones that I started last year took, but then I was really bad and I neglected my seedlings for like a solid week, and they died, like dead died. So anyway, these are the where are we at? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna plant them in. I'm gonna do a couple of seeds in each cell here, and then I'm probably gonna do about 4 or 5 seeds in each of these. I'm missing a tray. So I gotta figure out where it went. But anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do here. So with all of my bigger seeds, you know, I put them in the dirt and then I covered them with just a little bit of dirt. With these Brussels sprouts, I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty much just gonna leave them on top because they're so small. And I love Brussels sprouts. They're one of my favorite things. There we go. Going to the greenhouse. All right, guys, I'm gonna start some broccoli rabe. I've never grown this before, so I'm gonna start small. I'm out of cell trays, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to sprinkle some on tops, and then as they get big, I'm going to separate them out and replant them. So wish me luck. I hope this is all right. Now, let's do some onions. So how I started seeds last year was I just sprinkled them on top of the dirt. Pretty much that was it. Then I would have like, you know, a dozen or so or less, I don't know, maybe 5 or 7 sprouts in each cup. And then when they got a certain size, I just kind of opened up the dirt and kind of rinsed the roots where I could see them, and then I gently untangled them, and then I just replanted them in its own pot. So that's what I'm going to do this time. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. That's really all I can do today anyway, since I'm out of dirt. But so what we're going to do from going forward, what's important is that all of the seeds stay warm, all the dirt is warm, because that's what's important to sprout. But then when the sprouts grow and there's actually green, that's when sunlight is really important. Good morning guys. There's a lot of background noise because I've got my washer going and my dishwasher going. It's like not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet, but I am on it. It's Saturday morning and I actually started my seeds a couple of days ago, but a couple of people had questions about my greenhouse, where I put it, what do I do with it. So I want to show you what it is. Never mind the dirty clothes over there. So this is my greenhouse, okay? And so what I do is in the morning, when the sun rises, I push this over. Because right now, since I don't have any sprouts, you just want the greenhouse to get warm. And what's really cool is that when it does, all of the moisture from I watered the plants, it condensates on the inside. So you know you're really getting a good warm greenhouse effect. So anyway, so yeah, so this is what it looks like. And then when it gets warmer outside, I move it out on my front porch. This window is a south facing window, and so yeah, that's what I do, is I just push it over, I let it heat up, and it works great. And then at night, when the sun goes down, I just push it back over here, and then I let the shade down. I'm going to put an affiliate link in the description box below so you can see what kind of greenhouse that I have, but honestly, you will probably be able to find them at a more reasonable price at TSC, especially during their Dollar Day sales. I think Amy Fuel from the Fuel Homestead said that Royal King, I don't have one here, but that they have them for pretty inexpensive. And yeah, so just look around and you can find some for about 20 bucks. But I really love mine. I really don't think that I would have had this success seed starting last year that I did. So once again, thanks Mom for getting it for me. Since I started my seeds on Thursday, every Thursday I will do a greenhouse update so you can see how everything's looking. And that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And yeah, that's it. So until next time. Hey, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to share it with your friends, pin it on Pinterest, you know, whatever. But yeah, and there's also a subscribe button down there. So if you haven't clicked it already, be sure to do that. That way you don't miss any of the videos that I put out. We talk about gardening here, frugal living, homemaking, homeschooling. You know, I cook the occasional food, make the occasional craft. So if you don't want to miss any of it, be sure to click subscribe. Okay, that's it.